Hello gamers, and welcome to Stanley Parable, where I can hear a bunch of background conversations that I don't need to hear. So I attempted recording this earlier, just like a few minutes of it, but my camera died, so I stopped and charged it, so now we're back. And, it's like Stanley Parableception here. My mouse is perfectly in line with everything. Anyway, let's begin the game. Oh, it says never the ending is never the ending is never the ending is loading. Okay, instead of loading. Yeah. Wait, hold on. It's not in focus. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hello. That's me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders
I don't hear that often.
as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was that supposed to look like that?
Something very peculiar happened.
What peculiarness?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Forever changed
Something
Stanley.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh
one showed up
no!
to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never
Not
in all
even
his
hi?
years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to do everything you say, huh? Mr. Narrator. I might find out your name in the credits or something. It's a very typical sharpener, eh? And I hate Mondays. Okay. I'll assume that says I hate Mondays. So,
All of his co-workers were gone.
what could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. This looks like the room that I left off in the demo. I hate Mondays. A phone.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Not even outside the window. Oh, it's the Pixar lamp. That's actually black. What's this? Who farted? Okay, I want to get a cup like that. Oh, okay. I'm 427. Okay, I'll take it.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Okay.
didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yes, it did. Well, I don't know. Actually, let's find out. It's a plant. You're my best friend from Outlast. Hello. It's username's access, and I turned it off apparently. Okay. I hate Mondays. Everyone does. Even though I've read that like 3 times now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go right then.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
wanted
won't.
to
Oh, I
stop by
understand.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ah, the employee lounge, of course. Alright. Let's go in here then.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth
Ah,
the
brilliant
detour
painting.
after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yeah,
Stanley simply
absolutely.
stood here, drinking it all in.
But if I could actually drink something, I don't know. These paintings are cheap.
Yes.
This desk is crooked.
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, but eager to get back to business,
Okay.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, there's an open door right there. No. No, that's a lie.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
It is incredible, isn't it? Oh. We've entered the engineer's lair from TF2. I mean, to think of it, it does look like the engineer, like TF2 graphics. Running mechanism, damn it. Penalty for misuse cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, it's the wrong
I'm not
hand.
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Well, it is
Someone you've
Stanley
been
Parable.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've
And my name's Stanley.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
No.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is
It, Stanley,
her?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who is
She's
her?
been waiting.
Who are you talking about? What's this? Is it the dark room again?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Oh no,
to
it's
reach out to her.
it's
If
her.
you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I can't. I just can't. Fine, I'll flick it up. Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling
No,
the
that's
pan out of
fine.
the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Oh my
I'm
god.
trying to get you to
It is
see
1 in the
something.
morning. That is
Come
not
inside.
something I want
Let
to
me show
hear.
you what's really going on here. Sorry, but
Damn
you're
it.
in my
Damn
story
it.
now.
Damn it.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Well.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
He's
Now
that.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Do I look like I'm
One
coming
might
back to
even
work
feel
full?
sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each
Very
time
wild
he returned to
expeditions.
work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Whoa.
The thought excited him terribly.
Excited him terribly. Ouch.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare
As
dinner.
he wandered through
Oh, dear
this
God.
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I feel like he's just, like, stating all the endings.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again.
And
over
sound
over,
sound
wishing beyond
drivers.
hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, just one more.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Killing me softly, killing me
Stop.
softly.
Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Must I do this? How long is it gonna make me wait? Look, the clock's ticking, literally, in the game. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Yeah.
Not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
I must.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe this time.
And I tried again.
Please die,
Stanley
what?
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Well, there's that ending. Apparently. Did it just take me back to the beginning? Is that like like one of the endings or something? Is he speaking? I don't know. He's not speaking, so I'm nervous.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
Oh, okay, so it is, always the other ending. So, basically, the way the game works is that there are different endings, and you can just replay them, and, yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and favorite if you did, and subscribe to become random today. And I will be doing separate videos on the other endings, because, I don't want, like, a 40-minute video of me interacting and doing all the endings. So, yeah. Anyway, outro. Commence. Bam! That was not a loud enough slap.
Till I can.
Please, for just 20 minutes, don't move or act in any way. Simply remain motionless and let the thrill of demoing the Stanley parable wash over you.